the tension is between the those who are in positions that really put them in a position of an expert in this or that area. So long as the expert is, they do have expertise, but so long as they're willing to submit their expertise to the judgment of the court of the church that they are serving, then everything will be fine. But when, in the case of a presbytery, a committee of the presbytery really begins to dominate the presbytery, and things, and some officer in the presbytery, the stated clerk or the moderator or some chairman of a committee, begins to exercise authority that is greater than the body as a whole, and you've got a problem and you've got tension. But the ideal is the ideal that is, as far as I understand it, the biblical ideal, that it is in the courts of the church, and that is the Thornwellian perspective. That fourth volume of Thornwell has not ever been beaten in terms of explaining the ecclesiastical structure that is biblical. Hodge was much more on the side of administrators, and that's from the northern side of Presbyterianism in America, whereas the southern side has been the Thornwellian position. And interestingly, I think, you asked the question, why did the Northern Presbyterian Church go down the way of liberalism faster than the Southern Presbyterian Church? And I think part of the dimension was not just that the South is slow. That's not. It's because, number one, a stronger commitment to the standards, but number two, because of the emphasis on ruling elders in the courts of the church as those who would govern the direction of the church. And if we could get back to that first General Assembly, where we have more ruling elders than teaching elders. I'm a teaching elder, and I don't have good sense at all. I'm so happy when I've got 6 ruling elders to 1 teaching elder. That's a good proportion. Now, I teach them some things, but in terms of the outworking of the church, we need a majority of ruling elders to keep us in balance. Yes, as teaching elders, we have our role, but Lord, please continue to provide for us a majority of ruling elders. I think we can move into the realm of prayer and seeking the encouragement of one another in our various gifts and ministries, and see the PCA for what it is, as not just another denomination, but if it is biblical in its commitment and biblical in its structure, it's going to have an impact far beyond its size in this world. And we need to encourage the church to be what the church is.